This is very telling of our relationship and our personalities. I can sleep 9, 10, 11 hours every night. Solid.
Every day, at night.
Well, whenever.
Beauty sleep paid big dividends for Sally. In 1957, she was crowned Miss Channel 17 and Miss Navy Wings. She was a model in demand, doing live television commercials for cars and hats. In 1957, John was in college, waking up early and worrying that all the attention Sally was getting would bring him unwelcome competition. Waking up early is a habit that has never left him.
No, he gets up.
I'm an early morning person. I'm up by
Yeah.
6:30 every morning. You know, it's just by habit, you know, type thing.
And he would say to me, "Oh, you should have been up this morning. It was beautiful. You missed the morning. You always miss the morning, you know."
Even on our vacations, some of those beautiful movies, and I said, yeah, I did that early in the morning. You were still in bed, you know. You could see the sun coming up, and when we were in Hawaii in the Mauna Kea, you know, I'd get up early, and I said, God, it's gorgeous, you know. But no, I'm a morning person, and she's a nocturnal. She stay up late at night.
John proposed to Sally over the phone from DC. Sally was conflicted. A promising career in modelling and TV, or a life with a good man she deeply loved. After thinking it over, she accepted, but she knew she would need help.
I proposed, and I do remember in March, I went on a retreat asking God to help me be a good wife and mother, or be a good wife. I did. I was then like, oh dear God. I don't know if I could do this. You know, I did. I made a retreat and I was very devout about it.
John and Sally got married in July 1959. Both Sally's and John's parents came to the wedding, which was held in the Holy Family Church in Buffalo. Sally, of course, was gorgeous in her $100 bargain wedding dress, bought from one of her modelling connections.
I have not looked at this book in decades, probably. This is my dad. My dad was very sentimental about his 2 daughters. He had 3 older sons, and and they were tough. But then his 2 daughters, he was very sentimental about. And I remember my father said, no daughter leaves this house till she's married. We got married at Holy Family Church, got in the car, drove to Washington, D.C. I had to get a job, and he went back to school, and I never saw him again. You know, it just got busy.
That's what made it successful.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I have to be honest.
The kids arrived almost immediately, and Sally was more than ready.
I remember saying to my mother, would you please have another baby? Would you have another baby? And she says, oh, and then I said, could you buy me a monkey? I was dying to hug something. And so when I had the 4...
So she married me instead, you know?
So that's the way I was, though,
An alternate.
But, yeah, so when I had those 4 little kids, something was magical in it, is that I finally had my own little family.
Sally and John soon had 4 children under 5 years old. And John had yet to finish his medical residency at the Sisters of Mercy Hospital in wintry Buffalo. Soon they would move to Philadelphia. Sally was home with the children a lot. After Philadelphia, John was drafted into the Air Force, and the family moved west to Castle Air Force Base in Atwater, Merced. It was a long drive, but the family fell in love with California. It was back across to New York for one difficult year, then the family settled permanently in California.
I was starting to feel sorry for my kids. They were 9, 8, 7, whatever. And I started feeling guilty for dragging them all over the country. And if I gave them a cot to sleep on as their bed, they didn't know the difference. But I started saying, I want my kids to have a place. I want them to have their own bed, their own bedroom set instead of a military dresser we stole. Yeah.
So you never looked back?
Oh, never, never. I used to have nightmares that if I took a trip to Buffalo, I'd never get back here again. I don't even know that. You edit that one. My poor relatives, well.
John's medical practice thrived. He kissed every baby he ever delivered.
I loved it. I loved work. I enjoyed seeing the people. I enjoyed delivering babies. The amount of effort and hours, day in and day out never bothered me. I used to always say I could go to the office with a headache and see 1 or 2 patients, my headache is gone. I just loved it. I was in my element.
John's practice kept him away from home a lot. But the family did enjoy many vacations together.
We'd just pack that thing up and we'd head down there, and they were inexpensive vacations. We didn't have a lot of money type thing. San Felipe, we were oftentimes the only people there. We had the whole, Gulf of Mexico, it seemed, for ourselves. We camped out.
And the kids grew and prospered. And now, after 50 years together this July 2009, nothing gives Sally and John more pleasure than their adored grandchildren.
And I said, for my birthday, I want to go to Disneyland with the grandkids, yes. And I wore a red baseball cap, and I said to them, we're going to shoot right through this place, so watch my red hat and just keep following it.
Boy, what activities don't I like to do with the grandkids? We're with them all the time. We invite them over to the house to have fun swimming in the pool. We go to their baseball games, their soccer games, their lacrosse games. We go to the beach with them. We take them to the amusement parks. We do everything with our grandchildren. So it's a full life. That is our life, enjoying our grandchildren right now. I mean, it's wonderful.